What's going on, everybody? It's your good old boy JR coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. As always, it is Wednesday, which means we are going to do our prediction show. Brandon will be joining us here in a little bit at the Instagram Live at the All Sports Talk podcast. So if you want to catch up with Brandon, ask him some questions, he'll be over at the All Sports Talk podcast on Instagram. You can also catch us live on YouTube, Jack's Wild Sports Show. So if you want to contact with me, I will be on the YouTube page. Brandon will be on the Instagram page. And we are going to be off here in a little bit. Week 8, halfway through the season, will be over by the end of this week. Some teams are looking mighty good. Some teams are trying to claw their way in to get back into the spick of things. And some teams, well, the draft cannot come. Free agency and the draft cannot come soon enough because, oh boy, it's rough, man. It's rough. And here he is, the man of the hour, Brandon, my man, week 8. How's it going, man?
I'm doing amazing. Unlike the Lakers.
Oof, bro. You don't even want to know. You don't even want to know, bro. You know, I was feeling really good. I'm like, oh, man, Anthony Davis, 16 points in the first half. I'm like, yes, sir. Oh, yeah, we're about to ruin this little tinsel town. Nah. Oh, man, I was feeling myself, too. I was like, oh, man, Anthony Davis looks good. 60 points in the first half. Hey, we're looking all right. Nah, dog. Nah, man. It ain't working out like that. It ain't go down like that, bro. He put in 3 days. He put in 3 games of work in one game. He goes, I'm done, bro. And he didn't get hurt. Like, bro, what? Bruh, what's going on here? We had him. We had him, guys. What happened? What happened? You know, but that's tough. That's tough. But before we do get into our predictions, Brandon, the World Series is set. It is the AL West going up against the NL West for the second time and one just recent memory. So, Brandon, 2 teams that, Texas was kind of a you know what? I know they look like the 5th seed, but they're really not the 5th seed. In Arizona, out of nowhere, just blew up. And that's how baseball goes sometimes. So, Brandon, right now, who do you got? Texas or Arizona?
It's the World Series. I have no idea. I'm going to go with the better manager, and that's Bruce Bochy. So I got Texas.
I know. I want to believe in Arizona. I really do. But I just think Texas bullpen is just going to be way too deep at this point. So it's just oof. The good thing is, they both get the applicable time, same amount of time of rest, obviously. So that's the good thing. So Friday can't get here fast enough, man. I can't wait. Game 1 is going to be amazing. I can't wait. That's going to be fun. That's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. But here we are. Enough for the bull jive. Let's get right into it. Week 8. By the way, Golden State, not impressed? Not. Oof.
No Draymond, so I can't really evaluate the team.
That was tough, though. That was tough to watch.
They look terrible the first half.
No, let's say what we really feel. They look old, bro. They look old.
They look like the Lakers looked last year.
Oh my God, bad. Just bad. Just.
Yeah. I mean, listen. This is Golden State. I mean, I'm not about to sit here and be like, they're done. I'm not there yet.
I'm not there yet either. But it's just the way they came out. I was just like, whoa, wow.
I think they underestimated what Phoenix was, which is stupid to say, but it really did feel like.
I don't think Golden State was prepared. I don't think they were really prepared for that.
Yeah, it was like you do not know that Devin Booker and Kevin Durant are going to do pick and rolls all goddamn night, and you have no defense.
No answer. They had no answer, bro.
What the hell are you?
Yeah, they had.
And that's where I say I gotta see with them with Draymond. Draymond Green would have had that defense.
Yeah, of course. It's just.
He would have helped them, but
that was tough to watch. I know that was kind of a little tough to watch.
And I don't know why they started Chris Paul first.
I didn't get that either. I didn't get that either.
I think you should have just put Jonathan Kaminga in there and see what the hell you got with the kid. Moses Moody. You should have tried somebody else.
Yeah, it's just with Chris Paul. It's just we know what he is, and it's just I think with the game, how the flow of the game was going, there was nothing that Chris Paul would have done. I don't know.
I think Chris Paul's gonna do great off the bench, not as a starter, and that's where the whole situation gets.
So I mean, luckily it's just game one. 81 more games for everybody involved that played yesterday. So hopefully we'll see how that goes. But here we go. Week 8, halfway through the season. Like I said, some teams look mighty good. Some teams look like they're trying to claw their way back. And some teams probably cannot wait till, trade deadline, NFL offseason, free agency, and the draft because, some teams need a lot of help. I mean, help, bro. But without further ado, let's get into it. Week 8 is going to kick off with a Thursday night matchup of two unprecedented teams that really should be talked about differently, but are not. And here we go. It is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Buffalo Bills. The Bucs lost a heartbreaker. They lost a heartbreaker to Atlanta. And listen, when you give, Koo such a chip shot to win, he's easily one of the best kickers in the NFL. So, everybody was kind of like, oh, man, is he going to miss it? Nah, dude, he's not. Nah, he's good, bro. He's good, bro. Trust, he's him.
Was it like a 45?
Yeah, I said game. I'm like, oh, they got it to what? What did they get it? 42? Game. GG's all around, everybody. Koo's got this, bro. Koo's got this, bro. That's kind of done. And then you have the Bills, who, I want Bills Mafia to really understand what me and Brandon have been trying to tell you guys for half the season now. You're not the third best team in the AFC anymore. That's gone. That window looks like it's about to be shut. And not only about to be shut, somebody's going to put the latch on the motherfucker and a chain on top of it just to make sure it stays down, bro. Because just padlock the thing, man. And it's sad because on Sunday Night Football, they made the Giants look like an actual normal team. And then this Sunday, they made the Patriots offense look like the greatest show on turf. So, again, you're not the third best team anymore, but here we are. We're going to talk about you guys because you guys are on Thursday night first. So, Brandon, who do you got? Do you have your favorite Buccaneers or do you have the Buffalo Bills? Remember, this is Thursday night football. This is what Amazon signed up for. It's not fun and games, is it, Amazon?
Amazon got screwed in this deal.
I like how ESPN and NBC goes like, no, we could flex this. We could flex this. I demand you flex this. Amazon Prime, man, they'll take Carolina versus Arizona right now.
Arizona got the short end of this stick for real. They got the worst part of this deal. This is. I don't know if the NFL is like, we're going to test you for these next 2 years to see if you're going to really stay with us.
Yeah, we don't want none of this YouTube TV bullshit. We want to see if you really want to stick with us, and then we'll talk about flexing. Suffer for 3 seasons, and then we'll talk about flexing. How about that?
Yeah, this is goddamn.
Yeah, this is rough. This is rough, bro.
Amazon should have known this is bullshit when you saw the Bears and the Commanders.
That should have been it was like Dylon from Dave Chappelle, bro. They're probably looking at it and they're like, oh man, Raiders, Steelers, Sunday Night Football, great rivalry. Oh, we got the freaking, we got the 49ers and the Seahawks Monday Night Football. All right. What do we got for Thursday night? You got Chicago and Washington. What the hell? What the hell? Amazon must have been licking their freaking chops,
But in the game, I got Buffalo. Oh my God, I can't even say third best team. If you ask me right now, which quarterback I trust more, Josh Allen or Baker Mayfield, is Baker Mayfield, which is not saying a fucking lot. That is demoralizing. I don't trust, but if you ask me, the better roster is Buffalo. Listen, Tre'Davious White is gone. His secondary is pretty much in shambles. I guess they thought Von Miller would be some help when he got back. He ain't done a damn thing since he's been back. And Oliver, you paid him all this money. Now it looks like you just completely wasted your money. This is a team right now. And I'm tired of people trying to make excuses for what the Buffalo Bills offense is. It is Josh Allen to Stephon Diggs. Just like Kansas City, just like Miami. The problem is they're just not winning anymore. That's all this is. Kansas City is Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Miami is Tyreek Hill, Tua and Tyreek. It's the same damn offenses. The problem is Buffalo's just not winning anymore with it. And that is the problem. You can't keep making Josh Allen be some hero that he's never been. He's not the guy. He will never be that guy. We have to officially get rid of this idea that Buffalo is the third best team in the AFC. They're not. They're not even the third best team in their division.
They're not. And, and people would ask you, well, who's number one? Obviously, Miami. Who would you have number two? Hell, the Jets aren't that far off, folks.
I wouldn't even say shit. They getting close to four, to be honest with you, because I believe more in the Jets' future than be honest. I got more faith in the Patriots to figure this shit out before the fucking Bills do.
Yeah, it's tough. It's just, I think it's tough because, I think, for years, the Buffalo Super Bowl window was always open. And then for some weird reason this year, it just felt like the AFC just turned the tide. And it was bound to happen, of course. Everything happens for a reason. But, yeah, I mean, I got Buffalo in this one too. And it's not because Buffalo is just that much better than Tampa. It's just Tampa has limitations on what they can do. And they showed you against Atlanta on what they can do. There's limitations to it. And I think Buffalo at least has enough on their roster to handle those limitations, and for the people out there that really believe that Stephon Diggs is still going to be in Buffalo by the end of this year, yeah, okay, sure. Come back to me in 8 weeks. Come back to me in 8 weeks if you still feel that.
Yo, I'm going to tell y'all this shit right now. If Buffalo don't make the playoffs, which right now doesn't seem like it's going to happen. If they don't make the playoffs, Stephon Diggs will be like, yeah, so trade me today. Black Monday going to not just be for coaches. It's going to be for the Buffalo Bills, too.
It's going to be for everybody. It's going to be for everybody, man.
Fuck up out of here.
Mm-hmm. I'm on out. Let me go. Let me go.
Tampa is... They're in the NFC South, so they got a chance to win the division. But anybody got a chance to win the NFC South with that goddamn division. Shit's terrible.
Oh, it's rough.
Tampa has limitations. They're starting out play teams that can actually capitalize on Baker Mayfield not being Baker fucking Mayfield. He's Baker Mayfield. He's not changing anytime soon. And now you're starting to get Tampa Bay, the team that we always expected Tampa Bay to be. The last 2 weeks, you played Atlanta, got beat by Atlanta, but Detroit showed you what they were. The teams that they play, they can't beat when they're on a higher level. If they can play. And Atlanta's not great. But I saw you let Kyle Pitts catch a 40-yard fucking pass to get into that field.
That's the first time I've seen him do anything this year. Like, the first thing I've ever seen him do. Like, I'm like, oh.
Yo, Tampa let Kyle Pitts catch a touchdown. That should tell you all you fucking do.
That's it. Yeah, no, I got Buffalo too. It's just, yeah, like I said, at least with Buffalo, I know that they'll be able to handle the limitations of Tampa Bay. Because if they don't, next week when we get back on here, we're going to have fun. Oh, it's going to be so great. Oh, it's going to be so great. Next. Ooh. And the trade deadline is next Tuesday, folks. So eat up. Next, we have the Carolina Panthers taking on the Houston Texans. This is a battle between the number 1 and the number 2 draft picks in this year's or last year's draft.
Number 1, 2, and 3.
Well, true. Yeah, but you know how it goes. So Will Anderson is going to make himself quite acquaintable with Mr. Bryce Young, and CJ Stroud is going to try to do everything he can to continue his good streak of fortune continuing. The Texans, I think they're surprising a lot of people to where this Texans team is exactly what I thought they were going to be next year with another good solid draft and maybe another good free agency. Because I don't believe in the general manager. No. Anybody can draft a CJ Stroud with half a brain. Anybody can see that. But when you can, the DeMeco Ryans way, yeah, I believe that. and it's showing. It's showing quite very well. And with the Carolina, they wanted the number 1 pick. They should have just waited a motherfucking. They should have just waited a year. They have the number 1 pick. It's just it belongs to Chicago. That's the only problem. So Brandon,
You could have had Michael Penix, Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden McDaniels. No, you got Bryce fucking Young. Congratulations.
all the way. So Brandon, who do you got, my man? Do you have Carolina or do you have the Houston Texans?
I got Houston. I think this might be a game Bryce Young finally shows something because he feels like he has to. So I'm just literally the best rookie quarterback in the draft. He's playing against a guy that me and you both have said was better than him. We both said that. We knew that. I don't know why the fuck everybody else didn't know that, but teachers are feeling. I just think Houston's a better team. The last time Houston played was at a game that I was at. This team is pretty fucking good. Like, this is a good, solid football team. I'm not surprised that they're this good. They had the players from last year that was already kind of like into the defense and already was into the mode of winning games. Now you got a coach like D'Amico Ryans that's making them actually contenders and believe in what they are. And C.J. Stroud barely turned over the football. That's a hard-ass thing to stop. If you can't get turnovers from a rookie, you pretty much going to
I'm very happy to see that Denzel Perryman finally has a coach who's going to emphasis linebacker. And I'm like, man, I miss him, man. I miss him so much. He looks good in Houston, though. He looks good, and I'm happy for him. But yeah, I got the Texans too. And you know what? Here's the thing. All joking aside about Carolina and everything, here's the crazy thing about it. I think this team overnight flip-flopped. What we thought was going to be the biggest strength is actually their biggest weakness, and that's the defense. The crazy thing is the Carolina Panthers can score. I don't think people understand that Carolina can actually score. They can actually move. The problem is the defense can't. And what was supposed to be the defense is going to do all the work and the offense is going to have to figure it out. Well, no, it totally flipped. So, and I think that's the issue. I think the issue is that's why it's so flip-flop, because I think if the defense could at least play up to a level of par of what we know they can be, I don't see them 0-6. I could see them maybe 3-3, maybe 4-2, maybe 2 I just could not see. I just can't imagine right now. Like, I never thought going into week 8 that they would have 0 wins, 0 heading into this week.
And the J.C. Horn injury is a massive one, but it's like this whole team, the defense it feels like Denver, don't it? Like Denver's defense completely went left. Like, what is this? Like, Denver can kind of move the ball, but they can't score. Like, and that's the thing about Carolina. They can score. They got the players to just. And defense.
It's not the prettiest of scoring, but they can score. They can put up points. I'm not saying that it looks normal, but hey, at least they're getting it done. That's all that matters, Yeah, but I got the Texans too. I just think the Texans I think the Texans know, especially after beating Jacksonville, I think they know that, you know what? Why can't we win the division this year? Why do we have to wait one more year to really be somebody? So
I've said this once and I said it again. I have Houston winning the division. So I would not be surprised.
So it's just I got the Texans here, but they have to win games like this. That's the thing with the Houston Texans, right? The games they're not supposed to win, they win, and the games they're supposed to is like, ugh. So hopefully this is the game where they can actually win. It's like, okay, now that you got the narrative out the way, good luck the rest of the year. Next up, we have the Los Angeles Rams going to Dallas to take on the Dallas Cowboys. The Rams losing a heartbreaker in SoFi to the Pittsburgh Steelers last week. The Dallas Cowboys coming off the bye after that. Last time we saw Dallas, they got embarrassed in San Francisco, and that was not fun. Or no, I'm sorry. They won a close one on Monday Night Football that, it was a weird game. I don't know how you want to call it, but it was a weird game. But Brandon, who do you got on this one? Do you have the Los Angeles Rams or do you have the Dallas Cowboys? Oh, congratulations to Sean McVay and his new baby boy, to him and his wife with a new baby boy. They just
that's amazing. You're gonna lose this game Sunday, so it doesn't matter. You're gonna lose this game Sunday, doesn't matter. Listen, Dallas sucks. Let's just get this out the way. Kind of sucks, but they usually win games like this. They should be up for this game. They should be ready. They just came off of a bye. We have literally Michael Parsons literally on every damn channel talking about how the Eagles are better than us. We should not be afraid of that, and we should talk about that more. And it's like, dude, shut up. You guys suck. Like, you're never going to be great. You're never going to be that team. Nobody.
Wait. I think if you bring in the right guy, I think he can change the team. You know, I know what's holding the Cowboys back.
Here's the thing. What right guy? We talk about quarterback. We talk about head coach. We talk about running back. We talk what right guy? It's just like, and that's the thing about the Cowboys. Literally what Jerry Jones says, I don't think we need to trade for anybody. That's a fucking lie. I think you need to definitely trade for some fucking lie. That's a lie, sir.
Sir, I hate to break it to you.
Like, we don't see your team on football. We don't see your team.
Sir, your team is on national television every weekend, and majority of the time they get primetime games. Do not lie to me, sir. You need help.
He has the nerve to go on a radio station and say, I think we're good. What? What?
Did you mean like good to finish the rest of the year like this? Good to finish off the year? Like, what are you doing?
Listen, that is at home. The Rams still don't know who the running back is. Matthew Stafford, for the lack of a better term, has no offensive line, no other weapons. Cooper Kupp is getting older and injured more. And the rookie can only do so much. I think as much as I don't like that, I think Dallas defense is whatever. Michael Parsons is going to make a play or two in this game. So is Aaron Donald, but I trust Michael Parsons a little bit more to make the play or two.
I do too. That's why I'm going Dallas too, only because of the simple fact of, well, just like Tampa Bay, the Rams have limitations of how far they can really go because they really don't have the depth like they've had in years past. And the problem is, yes, Cooper Kupp is good when healthy and when he's playing. The running back situation is weird because you traded away Cam Akers and now you don't even know who your running back is. Your offensive line is exactly the same from week one to now. It's no good. Sure, it has its bright moments, but majority of the time, did you not see last week against the Steelers when you could have beaten the Steelers and you just had to hold up for one more series and you faltered like a summit? But I think the Rams are in a situation where they have, at least now they can be like, okay, well, we at least have a first round pick, but because of the cap space and everything to Cooper, to Aaron Donald, to Matthew Stafford, I mean, we're talking a lot of money that these guys gave them. What cap do you guys really have that you think all of a sudden you could just bring in? So I got Cowboys in this one only because of the fact that they just got out the bye, and I know that's a scary thing, but I think they're just healthier, and I think their roster is just that much better than Los Angeles right now. Next up, we have the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers. Don't look now, folks, but Minnesota has won 3 out of their last 4 after losing 3 straight. They could have won 4 in a row, but, I'm not a referee, so you know what's up. And don't look now, but that Brian Flores defense is actually waking up halfway through the season. And Brandon, what is Brian Flores' MO? What is his MO when it comes to defense?
Blitz, get to the quarterback, hurt these sons of bitches.
And how long does that usually take? About 6 to 8 weeks?
6 to 8 weeks, yeah, about now.
It looked good on Monday night, right? Yeah.
I mean, we can talk about that. Continue.
Yeah, buddy. Next up, and then they're going to take on the Green Bay Packers, who, let's just face it, they just have too many injuries to overcome. They have too many obstacles in their way, and they had to know that this was going to be a problem. Young team, young quarterback at the helm, a hurt offensive line, a hurt defensive players going down, and I do not think that. Let me put it like this. I think Green Bay has a bright future. I just don't think they have a good team today. I just don't think their team is ready today. It's just everything's way too young. It's way too new. And they're just going to have to realize, like, hey, we're going to have to build. Now, I will say this. Despite Jordan Love and everything in his play, I don't know if you're Green Bay, I don't know how you can go out there and be like, well, we got to get somebody else a quarterback. The problem is it's not the quarterback. It's everything else. You could put Patrick Mahomes back there. He's going to get hurt with that offensive line. You can put Justin Herbert back there. He's going to get hurt back there. You can put a lot of these other guys, and Green Bay fans want to chirp that it's Jordan Love, Jordan Love, Jordan Love. The problem is, it's everybody. It is everybody. Even Jair Alexander said it. We have to give up no touchdowns all game to possibly win a game. Folks, that's all you need to know about the Green Bay season. They're hurt on defense. They're hurt on offense. And it's not a lack of talent. It's just injuries are just starting to pile up. And it's just time to rebuild. That's really what it is in Green Bay. It is just time to rebuild. So, Brandon, who do you got? Do you have the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau, or do you have the Minnesota Vikings?
I got Minnesota. I said this last week when we were doing picks, and I said I would not be surprised if Minnesota beat San Francisco. Who knew?
Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Who knew? Who knew that was going to happen? I said this, that Brian Flores' defense was eventually going to kick in. At some fucking point, it was going to kick in.
Oh, it kicked in, all right. Oh, it kicked in.
Do you forget, Miami started off 0-6 the year that, 1-6, 1-7 the year, his last year as the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. People forget.
No, second to last. Second to last year.
Yeah, second to last year, like 1-6, 1-7 like that to start off the season. People forget that year, they entire flip-flop. They had like an 8-game winning streak after they had like a 7-game losing streak. And people were like, wait, what the fuck? What happened? Well, that defense woke the fuck up. That's what happened. That defense became that defense. Kind of feels familiar right now, doesn't it? Minnesota is a scary fucking team. That is not a play around and find out team. You got to beat them early and often. Yeah. Because as soon as that defense, like Brian Flores right now is doing, and you at some point are going to get Justin Jefferson back. I don't know when, but you're going to get him back. And if Jordan Addison plays like that for the next couple of weeks before Jordan Jefferson comes back, damn, that's a scary fucking team.
With T.J. Hawkinson in the passing game, I'm telling you now.
They can't run the ball. Now, they can't run the ball for shit. They suck at running the ball. But who the fuck needs to run the ball? We got Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson and T.J. Hawkinson just there. That's not a... That's
Kirk Cousins is going to be the ultimate meme. One of you three is open.
Somebody's open shit.
Somebody's over there.
But I think what people... I heard this today, and I think people don't understand this. That I know that he's been in the league for 3 to 4 years, but Jordan Love is still a fucking rookie. He's never played a full damn season. So for people to scream and say it's Jordan Love's problem or they need to get rid of him, it's like, who the fuck are you bringing to Green Bay? First of all, who wants to get drafted or traded to Green Bay? Nobody. That is never going to happen. So you might as well just suck it up and take Jordan Love. And because I don't think the kid is bad. I think he just doesn't have, like you said, the weapons. You got to remember Christian Watkins was out for like most of the start of the season.
So he's still trying to build chemistry with that dude.
Like most of his players have been in and out. I mean, did you not see the hit that Luke Musgrave took this Sunday against Denver? I mean, like, come on, bro. Like Aaron Jones.
And of course it had to be punk ass Kareem Jackson again. But
like Aaron Jones, even Aaron Jones being out for most of these games, like. We got to stop with this idea that this kid can't play.
And that's what I'm saying. It's not Jordan Love. It's everything. It's everything, dude. It's one, your offensive line's banged up. Your defense is banged up. Your weapons are literally Aaron Jones and hopefully A.J. Dillon, because Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson are still trying to build chemistry together because of injuries along the lines. I think the Packers, here's the thing. I think the names and the pieces are in play. They just have to keep building that team. That's all it is. They just have to keep building. And that could be 2 seasons. That could be 3 seasons. But they have to build. They have to continue to build. So I got the Vikings too, only because of the fact that Jordan Addison, and you said it, he would have fit better with the Chargers. But the fact that the Vikings have him and he's excelling here now, I think we're just going to have to call it what it is. The Vikings are looking like they know how to draft. Like they look like they drafted another good wide receiver again. Almost.
Keyword. They look.
They look like. Look, Jalen Rager was just once on. Jalen Rager was, it is what it is. But it is what it is. Next up, we have the Indianapolis Colts taking on the New Orleans Saints. So here we go. The Colts putting up a good fight against Cleveland, almost taking them to the brink. It just was not enough because Myles Garrett is. By the way, I think I'm ready to claim Myles Garrett as my Defensive Player of the Year because, oh Lord, is he playing on a different universe right now? He's just God.
I'm so happy we're allowed to see Cleveland this year because Myles Garrett on another level right now. I don't know what the hell is wrong with him, but thank God I don't have to see him this year.
I don't have to see him either. If we make the playoffs and we play Cleveland in the first round, I quit. Bro. Like, our offensive line is not ready for that type of capacity. I am done, sir. I am done. That's terrible. But no, the Colts, pushing that Cleveland defense to the brink, and kudos to them. It just was not enough. And they're going to take on the Saints, who, in front of the world, on Thursday Night Football against Jacksonville, they just wow. I don't even know what to say. There's a certain man on that team that told one of his key players to, what are you doing? Keep running, when he threw the ball 20 yards out of the stands. It's anyway. Brandon, who do you have? Do you have the Colts or the Saints?
Like I said last week, until they fix this fucking offense, I got the other team. I got the Colts. I don't. It's one thing to be a Saints fan and your defense suck. It's a whole nother fucking issue when your offense, with the weapons we fucking have, sucks. Like that is.
I loved Alvin Kamara's reaction when Jameis Winston was trying to hype him, like, "Hey man, we got this," and he just goes,
"Fuck out my face." Fuck out my face. He couldn't say it, but I said, "Fuck out my face." What are you talking about? Do you not see us on the field every night? Like, this is crazy. I have been saying fire Pete Carmichael for like 3 fucking years now. Get this dude out the fucking building. The fact that Dennis Allen is literally saying every fucking week, we still got time. No, you don't. Who the fuck told you that? Like, who the fuck told you that? You do not have time. You do not have time, sir. You have to fix this now. And the fact of the matter is, until you fix it, we're going to suck. I don't know why people... I'm a Saints fan. I'm going to watch Sunday, and then I'm going to be like, fuck the Saints. Like, it's just like, I feel it already. I already know how it's going to go down. Because the coach, even though they can't stop anyone, it's the Saints offense. They can't score on no fucking body. It's not like they have a chance. It's like they can't score. They move the ball. That is one thing. You move the ball, but you can't score. It's like you get to the 20th you get to the 20-yard line, and then your offense just stalls. You telling me you've been moving the ball? You can start from your own 1 and get to the 20-yard line, and then you cannot score a fucking touchdown. I have no idea what is wrong with this team. When you have a Taysom Hill, you have an Alvin Kamara, you have a Jamal Williams, you have a Michael Thomas, a Chris Olave, a Rashad Shaheed. You have all these fucking weapons, and you literally look at it, and you literally sit here and say to my face, I don't know what happened to offense. I know what happened to the goddamn offense. Your goddamn offense squad, it just sucks. Sean Payton Light is what I call Pete Carmichael. Sean Payton Light. Because he is the reason for why Sean Payton offense is still in the damn building. He sucks at it. Get his ass out of there. I don't give a shit we had 10 days to plan for the Colts. We're going to suck Sunday. I already know it's coming. I ain't got to write it down. I already know what the fuck's about to happen.
It's great.
Gardner Minshew is about to make us feel like, what the this is Gardner Minshew that just beat us. What the fuck is going on? It's gonna be like that. See, your dog agrees with me. See, he agrees. See? The dog even agrees. It is bullshit.
She's right. She's probably right. She's right.
She knows.
She knows what's up.
She had to deal with this for 9 years. She knows my pain.
So I think I'm just a man that loves misery. I think I'm gonna go with the Saints one more time. I think I'm gonna roll with the Saints one more time, bro. I think I'm just gonna roll with the Saints. Look, the only reason I'm rolling with the Saints, honestly, is because look, it's just
Can't do it.
you have to figure it out. You have to, for the sake of your job. You have to. Oh, and by the way, it's not like if you get fired, it's going to be a lucrative job next year because, see, unlike your team, my team actually had an out to get out of that contract from that specific quarterback that you guys have right now. You guys don't. You guys are stuck, guaranteed, for another year. So it's, and here's the thing, you're going to have to reshape the cap space again. Players are going to get let go. And you're not going to have the same talent as you do this year because this is the talent that the Saints have been waiting for. They brought in a quarterback to manage this offense because that's all the Saints needed to do, right? Nope. Straight nope. But I'm a sucker for misery. I'm going to go with the Saints one more time.
I literally watched this game Thursday. We had 2 consecutive turnovers. We messed it up 3 fucking points.
You caused an interception, went 3 and out. The guy muffed the punt, went 3 and out, and you mustered 3 points on 2 turnovers. It's a weird thing to say, man. It's a weird thing, but it's all right, Brandon. It's all right, man. Hey, at least it only took you guys 6 games to figure out he's not good. I have Raider fans that are still complaining that he's the best thing we've had at quarterback. So hey, at least you know what's up. Anyway,
We had Drew Brees. We've seen good quarterbacks. We had Drew Brees. We were like, yeah, this ain't it.
this ain't it, bro. Yeah, this ain't it. I don't know whoever thought that mini Drew Brees was gonna be him, but it ain't working out, bro. Next, we have a AFC East matchup between the Buffalo Killers, the New England Patriots, going up against the frauds of the NFL. Did you hear about this, by the way? Did you hear about this? The frauds of the NFL, the Miami Dolphins. So, I mean, I didn't know losing to a team that represented the NFC in the Super Bowl was, a case for fraud, but when you have Buffalo losing to New England, it's just a bad day in the office. But whatever. I don't get paid to do this type of stuff. Anyway, I'm just here to talk about the games. But it's the Miami Dolphins going up against the New England Patriots. The Dolphins losing a heartbreaker on Sunday Night Football to the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Patriots looking like the greatest show on turf up and down Buffalo's defense. So, Brandon, who do you got this week? Is it going to be the return of Miami, or are we going to see a repeat offense for New England?
I don't know about the repeat of offense, but I got New England. I don't know about the repeat of offense, but I got New England. Jalen Waddle, I don't know if he's playing. Back injury, you don't know. He hasn't even practiced. You don't know. Miami's such a good position right now. I don't trust Miami. I don't trust Miami. This is the thing about a team like Miami. Really great offense. That is their defense. What is their defense? Outside that front 4, what is their defense? And that's kind of why I think a lot of people started to scream their frauds, but it's you can't scream that. I think they're the best AFC team in the league? Fuck no. I don't think they're the best AFC team. I think the best AFC team we haven't even seen yet. Maybe we see it Sunday. But
I can tell you the best team in the AFC right now.
I think they're good.
I could bet you all my money in my bank account right now. I know who the best team in the AFC is, but you're just gonna laugh. Baltimore?
That's not a laughing at all.
That's the best team. Like, are you kidding? That's like, dude, understand. Like, this is the league messed up. The league messed up for letting Zay Flowers go to Lamar Jackson. Like, the league messed up, bro.
We can have that debate. Because, yeah. But I feel like a lot of people that are saying Miami's a fraud, they're not a fraud.
They're not a fraud.
Fraud is like Buffalo. Florida is like Jacksonville. Florida is like these teams that kind of could win, but you like if they
San Francisco.
San Francisco. That is a massive fucking Florida.
Dallas. Whatever, man. I'm just stretching over here, bro. Don't mind me.
They can't sit here and say it obviously, but they can't admit that because then it's like I literally saw today they had like the fucking betting thing. I'm like, why is Dallas and Buffalo still in the conversation of winning a Super Bowl? Who the fuck is this betting? Like you are just delusional. What the fuck are you doing? But I think New England wins this game. I do think New England wins. Because I don't know what's up with Tyreek Hill. I don't know what's up with Jalen Waddle. And if that is the case, and also you're not getting your running back anytime soon. And I don't know about if anybody saw Sunday night. Jalen Carter made Raheem Mostert remember him. He made him remember him. Like, he was like, yeah, you ain't getting them yards, my guy. I don't know where you thought you were going, but it ain't here.
You know what Jalen Carter reminds me of? Remember that character from Dragon Ball Z, Berter, from the Ginyu Force? He just came off that shit and he goes, all right, here he is. Like, all right, coach, here he is. Like, Tua was like Vegeta. He threw the ball to Mostert to try to get away as fast as he can. And here comes Berter like, all right, here it is, coach.
That was a bad game. I'm like, God damn. But I think New England's defense is better. I think New England, like I've always felt. And now you don't have really a Tyreek Hill. And if you do, he's not really 100%. That can hurt Miami, and that is why I think Tua is going to probably struggle. You have no running game. You probably don't have your 1 and 2 best receivers, and if you do, they're both banged up. So I think New England can capitalize that on defense. I think defensively, Matt Judon, those guys, I think they can finally get to them. J.C. Jackson has also been in that situation a little long now. He knows how to really get back into being a Patriots cornerback, so I expect the Patriots to win this game.
I had Miami this morning, but after the news of the Jalen Waddle back injury and the Tyreek Hill, like you said, even if Tyreek Hill does come back, and here's the thing, it's not so much of the Patriots offense, I believe, it's really that New England defense, because it seems like, all woe was me when Matthew Judon and Christian Gonzalez went down, and then here comes J.C. Jackson, and here comes everybody else, Jonathan Jones, here comes everybody else, Jimmy Collins, and all that stuff. And here's the thing, here's the crazy thing about it, like, they look fine. They look up completely fine, and they're still one of the better defenses. And I think this is where it's going to have to come down because, I've always said this. I don't care if teams build their team around certain guys, which is fine. Right? The problem is with this Miami team, what do you do when your guys are not there? You look like you did on Sunday. You look like how you do against Buffalo. You look like, teams that just, hey, this is what it is. So I got New England too. I got New England an upset on this one. Next, okay, so we're just going to roll over this one. Brandon, it's the Jets defense going up against the Giants offense. Who do you have?
I got the Jets.
Okay, we're good.
I got to say, Tyrod Taylor, it's funny how Tyrod Taylor got his job because Daniel Jones got injured, and this man has had so many
I didn't think you were going to bring that up. I did not think you were going to bring that up. The dude almost lost his life, by the way. Tyrod Taylor almost lost his life because of a bad shot in the lungs, bro.
And today they had to reaffirm, when Daniel Jones comes back, he's still a starter. Fuck out of here. You win this game Sunday, I don't want to hear shit about no damn Daniel fucking Jones. That is literally the last.
Coach, what do you want me to do? Put on this jacket, sit down, and hold on to this iPad for Tyrod. Hold on this iPad for Tyrod.
It's kind of ironic that he lost his job to Justin Herbert, Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen. He's lost his job to all these quarterbacks, and now one quarterback that we all know sucks. They know he sucks. And now he's finally getting his chance to shine. And holy shit, that offense actually looks somewhat alive.
It looks productive. Compared to other weeks, it looks productive. Yeah, no, I got the Jets on this one too. As much as I love Tyrod Taylor, and we've always talked about him, he always got a bad break everywhere he went. I just think here's the thing: for the people that just doubted it, the Jets defense was going to be the story. I don't care if Aaron Rodgers was the quarterback of Green Bay. What nobody's really talking about is that Jets defense is really putting up some good numbers.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I'm in fantasy. I know.
Same here, pal. They got me 18 this past week, so I was like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. They have given me double digits almost every single week. So, yes, sir. When my starting running back, Najee Harris, doesn't do crap, I can always count on the Jets defense to do me something. Yes, sir.
Why did you draft
I just felt it. I just felt like the Steelers fixed their offensive line issues. I just felt it. I felt it. I felt it.
Now what do you feel?
I feel like I want to redo. I feel like I want to redo. But yeah, no, I got the Jets on this one. I just think the Jets defense are just going to be way too much for, especially with the banged up offensive line that the Jets have, and the Giants have. You know the Jets love to prey on that. Give me the Jets over here. Look, man, I don't really know how I feel about this next game, but here we go. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Steelers. The Jags coming off a win. The Steelers coming off a win in Los Angeles. And I still don't know how I feel halfway through the season, and I still don't know how I feel about this team, both of these teams. The Jags should be running away with the AFC South, but they can't seem to shake Houston. The Steelers should have a good enough defense to help the offense, but the defense is doing everything, but the offense, whatever. It's just not working. So I don't know how I really feel about these two teams. Like, these two teams have to do something. And maybe this is the week that one team finally shows up. So here we go. Brandon, who do you have? Do you have the Jacksonville Jaguars or do you have the Pittsburgh Steelers?
I got TJ Watt. I got Alex Highsmith. I got Pittsburgh. Let's not get shit confused. Jacksonville, congratulations. You beat the Saints. But in that second half, your offense didn't do shit. This Pittsburgh offense isn't great either, but they're at home too, and I don't.
They know they have to continue to win because here's the thing: because they beat Baltimore, they have wasted an opportunity to move ahead, and that's the sad part. That's the sad part. They have to continue to win.
I think the problem with people is that yes, Jacksonville should be in front of the AFC South, and they should be dominating the AFC South. The problem is they're not. Why is that? Because as much as we all want to praise Trevor Lawrence, he can't do it. It's just not him. He's not that guy.
Yeah.
You need Travis Etienne just like you did in college. He needs him to perform, and if he doesn't perform, you're asking him to do too much shit that he is not capable of. So I expect Pittsburgh at home, coming off of a massive win, to not dominate, but pretty much give the Jacksonville Jaguars. It is also going to be cold, which a lot of people are not going to probably speak about, but that's going to be some wind. I think the weather does play a factor in this game like it did last week for the Ravens in Detroit. I just feel like this game for Jacksonville is just not a.
It's not up there. Yeah, and that's why I got the Steelers too, only due to the fact that they are at home. It's Jacksonville.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can put it. Like, I get it. Should you have more respect because you guys are what, 5-2, whatever? 5-2, right?
4-2, 5-2, something like that.
Yeah, they're, whatever the case may be. But yeah, we still look at you like, okay.
The other shoe gonna drop. Doesn't it feel like the other shoe just gonna drop eventually? Just like, yeah, that's what we expect.
Like, okay, you made the playoffs, but then you guys lose in the wild card round again, or you guys get dominated in the wild card round again. Why? Because you met a better team. All right, that's Jacksonville, folks. Yeah, no, the only reason I have the Steelers too is because TJ Watt's there, Antonio Highsmith is there, and I think this is the game where I think, and the one thing that Trevor Lawrence loves to do, even against the Saints, turn the ball over. And this is not the team that you want to turn the ball over because, unlike the Saints, Pittsburgh scores on those turnovers. So be careful, guys. So give me the Steelers. So we're just going to move on with these next games. Falcons-Titans. I got the Falcons, bro. The Titans are selling. They're selling. They're sellers. They're ready to move on from DeAndre Hopkins, and they just traded away Kevin Byard, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is the last game Derrick Henry sees in a Titan uniform. I got the Falcons. You good?
Yeah, I got Atlanta too.
Okay.
Like you said, once you trade your starting safety, pretty much your only good secondary player, it's starting to say. And now you're also saying you're shipping around DeAndre Hopkins and Derrick Henry. Yeah, I really do now want to ask DeAndre Hopkins, what the fuck were you thinking for signing with Tennessee? I need to ask him that. Like,
I bet you he can go. I bet you he can get traded to New England right now, and I bet you New England will make some noise. Honest to God. Honest to God. So, yeah, we're okay. Next game,
As long as he don't go to Philly,
dude. If he goes to Philly, I'm done. What do I care? What do I care? What do I care, bro? No. And see, here we go. First comment of the video on the YouTube page. It's my boy Roy. Eagles about to get King Henry too. No, you're not. No, Roy. No, just no. Did I send you that video, by the way? Did I send you the video, by the way, of the T-Rex when he saw the bones of the dinosaur, the dude dressed up in the dinosaur outfit, and he's just like, oh. That's how I would be at the end, just like I would give up. I would give up. But yeah, I got the. Like they're like Thanos, Infinity Stones, but they got Infinity Picks. Yeah, and speaking of the Eagles, here's the next one. It's the Washington Commanders taking on the Eagles. The Commanders losing very shockingly to the New York Giants, and then the Eagles getting back to the win column after losing last Sunday. But here we go again. Brandon, the last time, and it was crazy is that they just met like 2-3 weeks ago, and the Commanders took them to the brink, man. They took them to the brink. Little in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, it's
it will change the results of what's been
like it is a 180 on how both of these franchises look in just 2 weeks. But Brandon, you got Washington or do you got the Eagles in this one?
I had so much high hopes for Washington this season, and I'm getting to the point now. It's like, can we just fire Ron Rivera and get it over with? Like, what the fuck? Why is this taking?
It feels that way. It feels that way.
Like, why is this taking so long to just be like, yeah, this is not gonna work.
I love how Ron Rivera went into the podium on, I think it was Tuesday, and he goes, I think we're close to figuring it out. Figuring out what, bro? Well, what? Figuring out that this is probably going to be your last job? Like, bro.
Yeah. Philly's going to win this game. I think with Philly beating Miami last week, they needed that game to kind of pretty much be like, oh, okay, we still got this. And like we just said, they just got one of the best safeties in the fucking NFL. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why is the NFL allowing this to happen?
Is there any way that, there could be like a Chris Paul situation and just veto the trade? Like,
it's gotta be something, man. It's gotta be like, you can't continuously, but then let it happen. Stop it.
Yeah, the last thing I want to see right now is, oh, and by the way, the Philadelphia Eagles just made a trade for a star running back, and his name is Derrick Henry. I'll be like, why are we doing this, bro? Why? Why are we doing this? Like, explain to like. Just have Derrick Henry take the snap immediately and just freaking like, all right, here you go, bro. You don't need to put your $52 million quarterback out there. Just hike it to Derrick Henry. Just go from there. Yeah, I got the Eagles too. I got the Eagles too. I just think what's happening is with Washington is I love the heart. I love the passion. They're just not ready yet. They just don't have the right guy to get them ready. I love the tenacity. I love the passion. It's just not there. It's just the scheme of things is not there.
If the draft would have went the way I had it when we did it, they would have had Bryce Young and this team be way different.
Yeah, but there was no way that Bryce Young was going to fall to 16, bro. Come on. You were 15 pick.
Now it's like, you probably should have let his ass walk. You probably should have just drafted.
See what I mean? See what I mean? But yeah, I got the Eagles too. It's not even close. Next up, we have a very good game between two teams that are 4-2. And no, this is not Vontae Mack trying to get revenge on Bo Callahan. And I'm talking about the Cleveland Browns taking on the Seattle Seahawks. If anybody got that, all right. If anybody got that reference, I salute you for watching that movie. I salute you. But hey, he got him in college, that's for sure. But no, it is Cleveland Browns taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Both teams that are 4-2. So for Seahawks, I kind of picked them second. For Cleveland, I'm surprised of how they look. Like I am just surprised on how they're looking defensively and everything. It looks great. It looks great. But here we go, Brandon. This is honestly my game of the week. I don't care what anybody says. For Sunday slate, this is the game I'm probably going to be most forward looking to the most. It is the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Cleveland Browns. Brandon, you have the Browns or do you have the Seahawks at home? It's tough, right? It's not easy. It's not easy, folks.
It's a little tough, man. I got Cleveland.
Woo!
I know without Deshaun Watson, that should be like a red flag, but no, it's not. It's not even close. I got Cleveland. Cleveland has. This is why I said they're going to beat the coach. This is why I said they're going to beat the 49ers. That defense is different. That's scary. Don't let the 38 points fool you. That shit just happens. It's NFL. It happens. But Seattle, if you watch their last couple games compared to the Cleveland Browns defense last couple games, that is not a good situation to be in. Seattle barely beat Arizona Sunday. Like, that's not good. Then you also got destroyed by Cincinnati. That's not good. And now you about to play against the best defense in the AFC North. Yeah, I said that. I just said that. The best defense in the AFC North.
And we might not just be division wise. We're talking probably
in the
league.
Yeah. With Myles Garrett, like you just said, because I champion what you said, that he is definitely defensive player of the year, and anybody that tells you otherwise is not watching football. This man is.
You either hate Cleveland or you do not know this man's game. You clearly do not know this man's game.
This man literally had a sack fumble in the red zone. But I saw that shit, I was like, who's stopping him? Like, who really is stopping him? And last time I checked, Seattle still does not have both of their tackles. So, Desmond Ward is also coming into his home. See, even they agree. See?
Even the air bubble agrees.
But I think at the end of the day, I think Cleveland wins this game because I think defensively they held up. I don't care who the hell the quarterback is for Cleveland, to be honest with you. I just think that defense is going to wreck this game so much that it doesn't matter.
Man, I love Cleveland. I really do.
Seattle just also signed Frank Clark, which is going to be an interesting thing to see, but I say I could.
I love Cleveland. I really do. And I think, honestly, it's tough for me to do this, man. But the only reason I'm going Seattle here is because of the home factor. And the problem is, I think nobody's really talking about it. The running game is still going strong after Nick Chubb. The problem is, it doesn't matter if it's Deshaun Watson, PJ Walker, hell, it could be Ernie Kosar for all I care. The wide receivers and the tight end, the pass catchers in that team this year, they're really not effective at all. And when you're playing against a Seattle defense, who, by the way, is good in their own rights, Devin Witherspoon, there's a reason why we had Devin Witherspoon in the top 10, folks. Like, there's a reason for it. And you're seeing it now. Like, you're seeing it now. I just think it's going to be too much to handle this week. It's not so much I don't believe in Cleveland's defense. It's just the way the tight ends and the wide receivers are playing this year for Cleveland. That's going to be their ultimate downfall. You have a great defense. If I'm Cleveland, honest to God, I look into possibly 4-star wide receiver. I'm just saying, maybe it's a DeAndre Hopkins. Maybe it's an unknown. Maybe it is a Hunter Renfrow, a Devontae Adams.
depending on how this game goes this week, could be Michael Thomas.
It could be a Michael Thomas. Yeah, I'm just saying for Cleveland, they need a surefire pass catcher because as much as I love Amari, it can't continue to be like this for him. It can't. Not when you're getting paid number one wide receiver money. Not like that. Not like that.
I'm still trying to figure out how he got paid wide receiver number one money. That is
I get it. Listen, and what's funny? No, here's the thing. At one point, at his younger days with the Raiders, he looked like a number one. He looked like it. Then he went to Dallas, and all of a sudden, just started going like this. I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, no, I'm gonna take the Seahawks in this one. I'll take the Seahawks in this one only because of the fact it's not so much I believe in. It's not I don't believe in Cleveland's defense. It's just those pass catchers for Cleveland have to step it up this week, especially against the Seattle team. So we'll see. Okay, so we're just gonna go over these next games real quick. Ravens Cardinals. Please tell me you have the Ravens winning this one.
Of course.
Okay, good. It's like I wrote in my article that'll be coming up soon. The only way the Ravens lose this game is if they forget to show up at the airport. They forgot that it was a bye week and they missed their flight. That's it. Chiefs Broncos. You have the Chiefs, right?
I got Denver.
You kidding me? After everything you've been told, they're fire selling. Patrick Surtain is on a trading block.
Yeah, I know. I got Denver.
All right, bro. I'll put it to you like this. I'll put it to people out there in preschool form. Kansas City's good enough. Denver is not. That's the best way I can put it, bro.
And I agree. I totally agree.
What, the Broncos are due for one? Okay.
I don't know. Kansas City's due for one.
Oh, okay.
Kansas City's due for one. I think it's just same thing with Washington and Philly. They played literally like 2 fucking weeks ago. It wasn't like that long ago that these two teams played. So I think Denver has how can I say this? Denver can at least stop Travis Kelce, and that's pretty much what you're asking them to do.
Well, they don't have their headhunter safety right now, so I don't think they're going to be able to stop them right now. I'll put it to your words. I'll put it in words as a wise man once said. You can challenge me, and that's fine. Or you're just not ready.
And I feel like this. I feel like a lot of times, I feel like Kansas City is just due. Because it's like, bro, how long are you going to continue to play these games where it's really Travis Kelce or nothing?
As long as Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Taylor Swift's boyfriend, and the extra security from the APA that they buy every week, they're going to be fine, bro. They're going to be okay. Especially a team like the freaking Denver Broncos, bro. They're going to be fine, bro. They're going to be fine.
They ain't knocking on the door. They just got to walk through the damn place.
That's it, man. That's it. So they're going to be fine. So next game is a very conflicting game because I really don't know how I feel about this. You have the 49ers. You have the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Cincinnati Bengals are off their bye. They got healthy-ish in a way. So hopefully that was enough time to recover. The 49ers have suffered back-to-back losses. Oh, and by the way, if you don't think the tush push is going to get eliminated after this offseason, go watch what happened to Brock Purdy when they tried to do the 3rd and 1 sneak. Go ahead. What happened? That dude just got obliterated by that linebacker. Like, I mean, just a bird. So, and here we go again. Debo should be back. They said he would miss a minimum of 2, so he is day-to-day.
Well, he's ruled out already.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, he was ruled. Well, I just found this out right now by Brandon. Thanks, Brandon. So, there goes that. Next, you have everybody else just hurt, banged up. And the Bengals, well, they just got off a bye, so they have to be healthy. So, Brandon, I guess in the scheme of things, it's really, for me, it's too tough to call. Do you have Cincinnati or do you have the 49ers?
I got Cincinnati. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, this is the run. This is about to be the run of Cincinnati. You better get ready. It's going down. Listen, Brock Purdy's in concussion protocol. No Debo. We don't even know if Trent Williams is going to play.
George Kittle got the worst hit of his life.
What is this team? What is San Francisco now? What is this? Christian McCaffrey, if you stop the running game, you pretty much stop San Francisco.
And let's give props to Minnesota. Minnesota did a great job in doing what they had to do. Did Christian McCaffrey get his points? Absolutely.
Good as thing. But, and listen, I've been saying this for a long time. San Francisco's defense is just like Tampa Bay's defense. That front seven is very scary. You get past that front seven, holy shit, their secondary cannot hold up. They can't do it to them. Well, guess what? You're now about to play Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, who should be at least decent enough to play, and Tyler Boyd. Yeah, I got Cincinnati and by a blowout. I got Cincinnati by a blowout.
Or, I mean, another name that nobody really wants to talk about, but it could be a surprise to most, but not to me. If I was Cleveland, I would call San Francisco and be like, hey, what's up with Brandon Ayuk? You going to pay him or not?
Which we've been saying. Brandon Ayuk could definitely be on the trade block at some point. I feel like a lot of people that just sit here, I think people, listen, I've had to listen to people say, Brock Purdy, 2 weeks ago, Brock Purdy was in the MVP conversation. Now it's like, well, he's a system quarterback. No shit. You're just now telling me this. Now you're finally realizing Brock Purdy is a system fucking quarterback, and we're just obviously this is what he's been the entire fucking time, but nobody wanted to admit it because he's got Kyle Shanahan. I don't care that he had Kyle Shanahan. I've been saying that for like 3 fucking weeks now. Brock Purdy is only as good as that team around him. As soon as the team breaks down, oh shit, look at that. He isn't good. like holy shit, he makes mistakes. Which, by the way, those passes that he threw in Minnesota, I saw them week 3 against the Giants. They just didn't pick the fucking ball off. I saw those passes.
Yeah.
That's it. They just didn't pick the ball off. It was right in their hands. They just didn't pick it off. So I don't know why people were screaming Brock Purdy is some MVP. He is not. He is a system quarterback.
It's like Shannon Sharp said, if Brock Purdy's elite, then we have to find another word for the likes of Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. Ungodly is probably the right word. Jalen Hurts. We have to find another word for those guys. Because if Brock Purdy's elite, then I'm sorry, every quarterback has to be fucking elite at some point then. Because that word gets thrown around too much, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired. Look, I'll put it like this. Yes, did I believe that Brock, when he was coming out, I believe that Brock Purdy could be a good enough quarterback for a team that, hey, you know what? If your starter goes down, don't worry. He's here to help you. Well, when everything was right, he's the perfect quarterback. When everything's going wrong, well, I hate to break it to you. And you probably let go of your true starter, by the way, because you didn't want to give him another chance. So,
which is what I wanted to say. People act like they didn't draft Trey Lance with no plan in place. They drafted Trey Lance because they needed somebody that could, at some point, his athleticism will actually guide this offense. That is why Kyle Shanahan drafted him. I don't know why people kept acting like
it's still a mistake. Now, let's not get it twisted, though. It's still a mistake. Justin Fields should have been the 3rd pick overall.
Justin Fields should have definitely been the 3rd fucking overall.
Because put it like this. If Justin Fields with the San Francisco 49ers right now, prior to his injury, the San Francisco 49ers could easily match up with the Philadelphia Eagles right now. Right freaking now.
I would actually be confident to say San Francisco would beat the Philadelphia Eagles if Justin Fields was their quarterback.
But we had him number 3. I had him number 3. Because we already know what 1 and 2 was going to happen. Doesn't mean it was right, but it was what it was. And, hey, what do I know? What do I know? Anyway, this is very hard for me to pick because with Debo out again, I don't know the situation with Brock, but I know the situation with Sam Darnold. There's a reason Sam Darnold is on the team as the backup. No, scratch that. When he started the season, he was third string. It would be very hard for me to believe that the 49ers will lose 3 in a row. They can't, because at that point, all leverage goes out the window. Because if Philadelphia wins this week and San Francisco loses this week, all roads to the NFC, Philly. And I already know how that's going to play out. I'm good, bro. I'm good. The 49ers have problems, yes. But I think they have enough, because people forget we're still talking about the Cincinnati's offensive line, who has not played very well. Have they been playing better? Sure, but they still are who they are, and I think the front seven can do enough to handle what they have to do. That's why I'm going to go with the 49ers on this one.
What about Trent Williams not playing? Would that change?
It is a change. It is a factor, but I don't think it would be bad, and I think it would be okay. I think it would still be enough. Now, here we go. The moment we've all been waiting for, the Sunday Night Football matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears got their second win of the game, and they're not officially out of the Caleb Williams or Drake May situation, but they possibly could have taken themselves out of the Marvin Harrison situation. But that's okay. That's okay, because I know there's an offensive lineman from Penn State University, a franchise left tackle that Chicago could desperately freaking use right now. So it's not all lost as hope, folks. Not all hope is lost. They're going to take on the Chargers, who can we just fire Brandon Staley already? Like, can we get this over with? Can we get this over with? Like, I don't know how a coach can take this type of talent that he has on the roster, and they have lost. They are up there in the 3 years since he's been the head coach, almost lose more games in one-score possession games than any other team in the NFL. It baffles me because of the names. I can go on and on about the names that the Chargers have in this roster, and somehow they are no worse than the Denver Broncos. That's how bad it is. So, Brandon, who do you got? Do you have the Chicago Bears, or do you have the Los Angeles Chargers winning this one?
I know it sounds crazy to say this, but I got the Bears.
And I believe you too. I believe you, man.
I feel like the Chargers are a team that shouldn't be allowed to play football on TV. Like, it should be against the law to watch the Chargers play football on TV.
Wow.
Because
I wouldn't go that far. There's other teams.
To me, it's there. Because there's no way in hell you pay all this talent on defense, by the way, and your defense let Travis Kelce have like damn near 200 yards receiving. Not the entire game. No. That's too easy. Just in the first fucking half.
No, please.
Just in the first fucking half. Hey, man, Travis Kelce was literally the entire offense of the Kansas City Chiefs. We gonna stop the run. We gonna let 87 just run free. Just let him run free. Let his girlfriend be on TV because y'all ain't stopping his ass every fucking play. Just that is why immediately I was like, the Chargers should be banned from playing on TV. This is ridiculous. I do not want to see this bullshit on my TV ever again. They do not know how to play defense. I never thought I would say that about a team that has Doran James, Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, Asante Samuel Jr., and these sons of bitches don't know how to play defense. I don't know how to play defense.
I would be salivating, like just begging for a defense like this just to have is be like, oh, this is good. And it's being wasted in the Chargers uniform. Like, it is being like Dan Orlovsky went ham a couple days ago saying that Devontae Adams is wasting his Hall of Fame career in Vegas, which is probably right. But do you understand that the players that you just mentioned are wasting their lives away with the Chargers? Like, dude, it is bad. Look, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, though. I'm going to go Los Angeles in this one. I'm going to give the Chargers this one because I do think that they'll be able to. They're at home for what it's worth.
Okay, we said that you said they're at home. We thought that about Dallas too, and they still lost to Dallas. Like,
it's different. I don't think that the Bears can duplicate what they did last week against the Raiders. I don't think they can.
I also feel like maybe we need to start asking questions about Kellen Moore because this is not good.
No. The offense is fine. I'll put it like this. In one-on-one, offense versus defense, I think I would take the Chargers offense. Healthy. Both 100% healthy. I would take the Chargers offense over whatever Brandon Staley's calling any day of the week. I don't think I would let Brandon Staley order me something off the menu at Denny's because he might mess that up, bro. It's just bad. It's just that's the best way I can put it. It's just bad. And yeah, that's why I have the Chargers though, because I think I don't think Chicago can duplicate what they did last Sunday against the Raiders. I don't think so. Should the Chargers lose this one, there's no excuses. Brandon Staley's got to go. He has to go. It's over.
Here's the thing. I would agree with you if this was any other defense that wasn't coached by Brandon Staley.
If they lose this week, Brandon Staley has to go. He has to. You can't save this season, dude. It's over, man. We got to go. We got to go our separate ways. So, and last but not least, it is the Monday Night Football matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Detroit Lions. The Raiders making the Bears look like the 85 Bears on how they played on Sunday. And the Lions suffering a horrible defeat. I mean, listen, that was a Baltimore team. It was windy. Detroit was not ready for that. It happens. And now the Raiders get to play a very pissed off Detroit team because of how they looked. So, Brandon, please tell me you have the Lions winning this one.
Of course, I got Detroit. Why the fuck do I have Detroit? Listen, what the fuck were y'all thinking not having the rookie start for y'all and put Brian Hoyer?
2 words, bro. 2 words. Josh McDaniels.
Yo, they had a quarterback from Shepherd College.
By the way, $100 for anybody that could figure out without Googling. Do you know where Shepherd College is?
I know where it's at, but I mean, you know.
Do you know his last game was against the Colorado Mines College in a playoff game? Yeah.
Yo, he made a 15-year, 16-year pro look like he's playing in quicksand. What the fuck was that? Like, what is that?
No, and here's the funny thing. The Bears let their defense the whole game. Aidan O'Connell goes in, and on his first drive, they score a touchdown. I'm just like, bro. And here's the funny thing that Josh McDaniels goes to the podium and he says, well, this isn't preseason. Oh, I know it's not preseason, motherfucker, because that's the only time that you fucking win. I said this yesterday on my show. I said this yesterday when I was doing my Silver show, my Raider show yesterday. I said, when he got on the podium, he's like, this isn't preseason. I'm like, I know it's not preseason because you suck in the regular season. Aidan O'Connell went up there, scored on his first drive. Brian Hoyer had 3 3.75 of a game, and he mustered up 12 points. He mustered up 6 points. Aidan O'Connell got that in his first drive.
I was watching that game. I'm like, why the fuck did you start Brian Hoyer? What sense that made?
Josh McDaniels, bro.
Rookie in LA with the Chargers, and you almost came back and won that. why the fuck are you playing Brian Hoyer? We know what he is. He's never going to be the guy ever. At least with the rookie, if your job's on the line right now, you might as well just put the rookie in and see what the fuck happens. Devontae Adams even has said, I want this rookie playing. So what the fuck is the problem? Like, what is the fucking problem?
And here's the thing. It sounds like the Raiders are going to be sellers during this trade deadline, too. It sounds like Hunter Renfro's out the door. It's getting serious. I don't know what else to go from here. And that's why I have the Lions, too. As much as I love the Raiders, as much as I love my Raiders, man. Sorry, man. You just got a pissed off Detroit team that I got embarrassed at Baltimore. They want to come home. They want to show the world that that was just a one-time deal.
I said this last night when I did my Bleak Sports. Detroit, you did two things that should never happen. You embarrassed Detroit and you gave them a Monday Night Football game, something they haven't had in like 5 fucking years. Yeah, this is not going to end well. Like, it's like, yeah, this ain't going to end well. Like, it feels like an ass whooping is brewing. Don't it feel like an ass whooping is brewing on Monday Night Football? Like, yeah, this ain't gonna be good. I'm not.
I feel it.
Happy.
I feel it, bro. I feel it, man. So there it is. There, yeah, I got the Lions too, only because of the fact that that defense is going to show out. I'll tell you that right now. That Detroit Lions defense is going to want to show out again, and I don't care. And here's the messed up part: whether it's Jimmy G or Brian Hoyer, they're going to get their points. I think I would feel more comfortable if the rookie played this game. Honest to God. Honest to God. But we're not there because, apparently it's not preseason anymore. But, Josh McDaniels, folks.
Trusted the rookie. There's a preseason. Trusted the rookie. What the fuck is going on?
Josh McDaniels, man, I tell you what, he's just a different animal, bro. And the thing is, until shit goes spiraling out of control, I truly believe that Josh McDaniels sounds like he's coming back for a third year as the head coach, and that's just how it's gonna be. So,
like, what is spiraling out of control? Like, y'all lose every game left on the schedule, spiraling out of control?
I think if we cannot continue to produce offense with the players that we have, I think that would have to be it.
Shit, yeah. I mean, bro, you just let the Chicago Bears hold y'all to 12 points. I'm pretty sure you're already there.
you probably already bought the ticket to that train, bro. Like, it has to happen.
When you let Chicago hold you to 12 points, it's like, I think you're there.
I think he bought a ticket, bro. I think he's got the ticket, bro. It's going to be different, and we're going to see. We're going to see how this goes. But, oh, man. I got to wait till Monday to watch this.
I feel like next week we're going to be either very happy or just be like, trade every fucking body. I don't care anymore.
Well, no, and I mean, we do our shows on Wednesday, and the trade deadline's Tuesday, so we'll know who got traded by then. So, all right. Here we go. The last week before the trade deadline, folks. So, for everybody out there, when it comes to the trade deadline, may God have mercy on your souls. Until then, Brandon, it's been awesome talking to you as always, man. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your time. Enjoy your games. I will see you next Wednesday to see where we at the state of the franchises for everybody, because it will be officially halfway through the season. So here we go. Until then, everybody, thank you for everybody tuning in. We'll see you guys next Wednesday. Until then, peace.